Hello, everybody. This is Joyce the Voice. You may know me as a singer-songwriter, but you may not know that I'm an occupational therapist for nearly 30 years. I'm currently no longer working, but I am highly educated in my field, Ivy League education, and highly accomplished. I own a patent in 2 countries. I've owned a daycare. I have many things that I've done career-wise. So I look at the situation of the current state of the family rights movement maybe in a different perspective than some of you do. I see things of a more social engineering perspective because of the nature of me being an occupational therapist. So what I would like to tell you today is how I would like to simply explain the current state of the family rights movement, so people who are new to the movement can clearly see what the issues are, because there's so much going back and forth between people. And some of the people who are very prominent in the fight have clearly explained their positions, but there's a lot of other stuff going on in between. So let me explain the in-between. Let me explain the issues using a creative way to do this. So I'm going to show you, using a Venn diagram, what I see the issues are. So we got one circle here, we got one circle here, and we got one circle here. It's a Venn diagram. Okay. In this circle, we have, well, let's start with the center, okay? This is the loaf. The loaf, let me see the marker that works. This is the loaf. This is the system for children, protecting the children, okay? And CPS, judicial system, this is it. This is the loaf, okay? We have in this corner over here, this group saying, burn it. Burn the loaf. It's unconstitutional. It makes statutes against laws against itself. So it's double talking. It should throw itself in jail. We need to abolish and arrest. That's what this group is saying. Get rid of this, because this doesn't even exist, should not even exist. We have other remedies for child protection, which would be criminal court with a jury, with a standard of evidence, with not removing children prior to proving criminal activity against the children. Okay. Then we have this group over here saying, take slices back. And these are the people that are fighting very hard for policy change, for fighting for defunding ASPA, the Adoption and Safe Families Act, and Title IV, which is criminal, removing money from our Social Security fund. And that's all really good too, because we don't know if we could burn the loaf, but we can certainly try to take slices back, right? But the objective is burn the loaf. Then we got the haters. These are your trolls. I should probably make that a smaller circle. I don't think there are as many trolls as there are good people. These are not good people. These are nasty people. Make that a smaller circle. Because many of them have aliases. They just want to troll. They want to sneak and try to they want to keep the loaf because they got a piece of it. Okay? What's in between these groups? Right here, this is love and respect. Because they need each other. They won't work without them, and they won't work without them. There needs to be that tension to work towards getting rid of the loaf, bit by bit or entirely. Here is absolute hate. There's nothing going on here. This is the epitome of what the haters don't want. Hate. This is exactly what the haters don't want. They don't want to burn the loaf. And here, we have compromise. Dealing with the bargains with the devil. However, people can float between these. I don't think these people and these people have anything in common. I think people can float between, I think that people have open minds where they go through different things and they see things from different perspectives. Okay? So over here, I would say people like, let's say, oh, this marker not work. Let's try this one. Let's try Fran. Okay, let's write that meter. Fran, David Jose, even John Gentry. However, he wants to be part of policy change. He wants to run for state senate. So, he might be sliding between here, but it's all in love, right? And then you have punish for protection here. Okay, P for P. You have love and respect. You have for the children in the middle. And we have, on this side, taking slices back, we have Terry, and especially Kathleen, who's heading the entourage that's knocking down doors. Okay, we have father's rights. So we have, for the Title 4D for the parenting, the 50-50 parenting, and we have Mark Ludwig with the father's rights, right? We have grandparents here, and we have grandparents here. We go back and forth. Is this pie in the sky? Maybe not. But you're asking for the whole loaf, and so you could get slices. Maybe you'll get the whole loaf. But they're not working against each other. They're actually complementing each other. In my opinion. Why isn't this lid going on? I can't close it. So anyway, that's how I see what's happening here. And the objective is to get rid of this loaf. We don't want to have to be in this position. We want to have our children home. This is the government taking our children. We say burn it. They say take slices back. And the trolls and the haters, some of them are paid social workers. Some of them are they like the system how it is. They think they can work it. They say things like, if you behave and do exactly what the caseworker tells you to do, you'll get your children back. But we know otherwise. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But we also know the supervisor is the one who calls the shots. And they're looking at numbers to do this. Sometimes, as in my case, it's political. The supervisor calls the shots. is working very closely with the district attorney and the judge. So that was my case. It's all very corrupt. There's no jury, like we said. There's no standard of evidence. You're guilty until proven innocent. Criminals get more rights than parents and children. So basically, so this is how you can see what's going on. There's nothing between here. This is an abyss. I should totally take this out. Well, yeah, maybe a wall is good. Make a big wall. Oh, my marker doesn't work, no wonder. Make a big wall. I ruined it. I don't know what I did to it. It was working. There we go. Yeah, nothing happening there. So we got compromise here. There are people who go between here and here. People who would, and these people are against these people. That's not good. Because here we want love. We don't want to be here. We want to be here. We want to be here. Here. We want to be on this side. We don't want to be on this side. So this is bad too. This is bad. Bad. That's how I see it. Where do you fall?